What is good, everyone? Welcome to this episode of the ReEvolve Media Revolution Podcast, where we chat with hip-hop artists from across Canada and talk about their daily inspirations, motivations, and hustles in the industry. Today's episode features Yung Hoss Kotu. Interviews like this one with Yung Hoss Kotu help remind me of values that sometimes fall on the back burner when I'm stressing or don't have a clear head. One of the things he mentions that hits home for me, which I didn't think would strike me so much, was that he respects himself, and it's a big thing. Man, the gravity of that statement just seems so crazy and important to me. Respecting yourself. When I think about things like that, I start to wonder why someone wouldn't respect themselves, or even further, what disrespecting yourself even looks like. Self-respect. Damn, that's crazy. It seems conducive to think that if self-respect was a common trait, maybe respecting others would be more popular as well. It's an old biblical quote to do unto others as you would have them do unto you, and a spiritual teaching that we are all one. Damn, maybe that's the thing we're lacking these days and why so many people are polarized on issues and taking it out on each other. It's not about the external shit. It's about self-respect. Enjoy this interview with Yung Hoss Kotu as he brings forth a bunch of other valuable reminders and his methods with them. What's up, everybody? I'm here with Marcus. He goes by Yung Hoss Kotu. He's out of Edmonton. What's up, Yung Hoss Kotu? How you doing, bro?
Yo, I'm doing good, bro. Thank you for having me here.
Yeah, it's real good to have you, man. So you're from out of Edmonton. You kind of have been described as somewhat of a grunge rapper. Can you kind of tell me what that means? I don't know if you identify as that, but
yeah, I mean, like, for the most part, I just add like that kind of that different spin on trap music that I feel like kind of has disappeared, and I want people to like. I feel like the best way to put it is that like when hip hop first came out, that shit back in the 80s, 90s, like it had that like kick to it, you know what I mean? And I feel like it lost that, and I really wanna bring that back, you know?
I agree, man. And I gotta say, trap is somewhat between like then and now. Trap has kind of been a newly emerging style compared to back then.
Yeah.
And with your first drop, it's a 5-track EP, Trap Grunge, right, from 2019, last year.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you bring to light exactly what you just said in using this newer style trap and then fusing kind of that old lost style. Because what was lost on me, I guess, in the genre was I kind of, it almost died for me with the mumble rappers.
Yeah, no, I feel that. I mean, like 2016 was kind of a divisive year for a lot of people because like you had like the Lil Yachty's and like Lil Uzi's come out and everything, and everyone was kind of like they weren't sure if they were fucking with it. For me, like I can get with some of that stuff, and like I fuck with 21 Savage, I fuck with a lot of Lil Uzi, but I mean, for me, trap music just got too clean sounding, you know what I mean? Like shit just sounded like it was like fucking squeaky clean, like polished all the way, you know. And I feel like music isn't supposed to be perfect, you know. So like
You're
a lot of
right,
time,
man.
a lot of the time you'll hear me in my songs, and like maybe you'll hear me take a breath or something, or like you'll just hear things like I got a slur, you know what I mean? I don't try to correct my slur.
For sure.
Like if I slur when I rap, people get it, people understand it, you know, still. So
It's part of your language. So how do you approach your producer with that aspect? Do you like kind of record a bunch of tracks and then make sure the slurs are put in, or are you always using the same kind of words like every time you record?
Oh, it's pretty much just natural for me. Like he just throws on like whatever can make it sound as good as possible, like so people can understand me still. And then like I always kind of compare it to like Kodak Black, because this guy is rapping like he sounds like he got braces on, you know what I mean?
Word.
And I don't consider myself to be like Kodak Black, but I mean in that sense, like we both kind of got like our S's are fucked up, you know what I mean? I don't know if I can swear, but
No, dude, do what you want to do.
But like my S's are always fucked up. So like my main engineer, like I go to a place called Nothing But Flame. That's my studio. Like that's Christian Ari, my engineer, and like I'll do a song or like a hook or something where I got like a bunch of S's, and he'll just like look at me and be like, "Yo, bro, you're making my job real hard right now."
Word, eh? But and I like your approach to that, man. Is you don't really give a fuck about that polished sound or that overproduced sound. You want that raw image, and it comes through in the lyrics and in through the presentation, man. That's
Definitely.
sick. That's beauty. So what got you into dropping your EP Trap Grunge there last year? What actually got you inspired to start releasing music? Let's put it there.
Well, I feel like I got like damn, that's a good question. That's a good question because like what happened was that I was in college when I started making trap grunge, and when I started writing it. And I was just before that I had written probably 3 different projects before I wrote trap grunge, but I never recorded none of them.
Hey, why not?
Because it wasn't on that level yet. You know what I mean? There was one that I had out and everything, but I wasn't really fucking with it, so I like went for a different approach, and then it just took me a while to like get everything up to par with like where I wanted it to be, you know. And that's pretty much how it came together, was that like I just had this collection of like, originally trap grunge was like 11 songs, but I'm kind of like in the old school belief that I like short and to the point projects, you know what I mean? EPs that are like 6, 7, 8 songs max.
Yeah.
Because I don't like no filler, you know what I mean? I don't like filler.
I feel you. Yeah, I feel you. You don't want those waste tracks in between.
Exactly. I want people to be able to listen to my project front to back and be like, yo, there was never a dull moment. So yeah, there was a lot of songs on trap grunge at one point, and I just wanted to get rid of all the filler and everything. So, and there's songs I didn't fit either. Like I had to still make sure I was like keeping that certain style, because I dive into like so many different styles that it can be kind of like too much on one project. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I definitely feel you on that, man.
So
that's dope though. So this, in a sense, was kind of like a long time coming for you to actually put out some released music. And then how'd you find the opportunity in college? Like, weren't you busy as fuck back then, or?
Oh, definitely. I was working like 35 hours a week. I was working a dead end job in college. I didn't fuck with what I was doing in college. I was like, I still graduated and everything. I fucking got my diploma out there, but I wasn't really it wasn't my goal, you know what I mean? I was just I had to be doing something, because if I'm not doing something, then I feel like I'm lazy, you know what I mean? So
for sure.
When I was in college still, I was whenever I had free time, I was just writing, finding beats, finding ways to pay for them, you know, doing whatever the fuck I had to do.
Just hustling.
Yeah. Trying my hardest to just like get out there. I was going to shows. I wanted to start getting on shows, but I didn't have any music out, and I didn't have nothing like even properly recorded. So I was like just trying to like hustle my way into the scene and like, you know, tell everybody, yo, make space, because like I'm coming, yo. And then as soon as I had like a few songs out, that's when everything started to like come together, because I dropped 2 songs before my project came out, and then I started doing shows about 3 weeks before Trap Grunge came out.
No way.
Yeah.
That's sick, man. That's wild. That's confidence.
Yeah, I know. It's just because like it's not like I don't have a big head on my shoulders or nothing like that. It's just like when I made that project, I knew I had something on my hands, and it kind of just came together that way, you know what I mean? And that's kind of like how I made my space in here.
That's dope, man.
Yeah.
So with only 2 tracks released beforehand, who put you on stage?
The very first guy who put me on stage he's a promoter. His name is Aaron. He goes Aaron Productions, I think is his company title.
Right.
And they put me on at Bohemia, which is it's a little venue on 97th Street and right by Jasper Ave. And it was a sold out fucking show.
No way.
It was a sold out show, like 100 people. That was a max, like 100 people. So sold out show, and it was just like fucking ridiculous, because it was my homie's second show. It was my best friend in this shit, my brother for life, Vakoni. It was his second show, and he had a song featuring me on it. And he was a set before me. So I did my first live performance actually with Vakoni, performing a song called At the Jam, which you can only find on SoundCloud. And
all right.
Yeah, so I did that verse. I just did like a quick, I think it was like a 12-bar verse. I can't remember that song. It's been so long.
Yeah.
And this is all about just like over a year ago too. So I did that. And as soon as I did that verse, in front of like all those people, I was like, I can do this. You
This
know
is
what
it.
I mean?
Yeah, this is the moment.
It was a fight or flight moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah. At what stage were you into creating and releasing trap grunge at that point?
I was like, trap grunge was like a race to the finish line. Like I was probably only about halfway done. Like all the songs I performed were unmixed.
Fair. Okay. That's also you performed your tracks off of trap grunge in that show.
Yeah. I performed like all my, like if they weren't released yet or nothing, like two of them were released. Lowest Point on Earth was released, and a song called holy fuck.
You got
This is gonna
Shurak,
kill.
Business, Frieza, and Trap Grunge.
Frieza was released. Frieza and Lowest
bars,
Point.
bro. Yo, no, you guys actually came up with something sick with Frieza. And who's your buddy Core 36?
Yeah, Core 36.
Tell me about the link there.
Core 36, like it's funny because one of the very first local shows I went to, I've met Core 36, and he had been around probably about she's been around a minute, bro. He's been around for a minute, and we linked up at the show, and I met him, and I saw him on stage performing, doing his thing. I can't remember the venue, and I talked to him afterwards, and I was just like, yo, bro, like you're really doing it. And he was like, fuck yeah, man. And as soon as I had a song that I knew would fit him, I just sent it to him. I was like, yo, bro. Actually, I didn't even send him the song. I sent him the beat. And I was like, yo, I'm doing a song called Frieza on this, which is like my favorite Dragon Ball Z character.
Where?
And Core being a fucking huge Dragon Ball fan was like, yo, I don't even need to hear it. I'm gonna just do a verse. And he sent me back a verse like 4 hours later, and I was like, yo, this is ridiculous.
Dude, that whole track was absolutely wild, I gotta admit, man.
Yeah, 100%. Like I just Frieza, like I want to go back to that because that's the only yelling, like kind of screaming song I've ever done. But I really want to go back to that, kind of revisit that whole thing.
Yeah. Did you guys perform it exactly like how it is in the track on stage that day?
100%, bro.
That's sick, man.
100%, bro. Yeah, Frieza. The first time I performed Frieza was that night, and I was like on stage, and I was trying to feel the vibe of the crowd, and I wasn't sure if I was gonna do it.
Mid stage, no
I
way.
had it on my USB. The DJ had it.
Yeah.
And I was gonna do Frieza for my last song, for my very last song, and I came up to my second last song, which I think was just trap grunge, and I looked at Core down there, and I was like, I took a deep breath. I was like, okay, we're gonna do this. So
hey, Core was waiting and ready then, eh?
Oh well, the thing about Core is that like Bohemia is like this guy's home, you know.
Oh, I feel you.
This guy. He fucking he does like bookings there and stuff as well now. So like if you're ever trying to get on a hip hop show at Bohemia, like hit up that guy for real.
Core, yeah, where?
And so he's always right there by the stage, going hard for whoever's up there. He's like the most supportive guy in the world, you know. So soon as we were like second last song, I was like just had to like take a deep breath and be like, yo, fight or flight still. And see what happens, and then we did Frieza, and it was just a wild fucking time.
It was just a sick track to go out on, eh?
Yeah, I know, for real. Like I like jumped off the stage, fucking like Core's like taking off his shirt and shit. Everyone's just fucking going crazy to this track. It was nuts.
That's beast, man. And I gotta say, you got two other features on your spot there. Did they join you on stage as well? Double V and YHN Prodi.
I'm trying to remember now. I didn't do
that must have been a wild night.
I'm trying to remember. Yo, I did not do Business that night. Business is with the song with Double V. I didn't do it that night. And YHN Prodi didn't. I can't remember. I don't think he pulled up for that one.
Second last track, Trap Grunge?
Yeah, I don't think he pulled up for it. But it was all good still because like me and Prodi, like we go like way back, you know. So like Prodi, you know, I know Prodi he's a busy guy. Like he's a bigger artist than me. Like if you got something to do, you got something to do. You know, I'm not gonna, you know.
For sure, yeah. How'd you link up with him? Because this is the title track, right? Honestly, it's my favorite track on the EP as well.
For real?
Yeah, dude. It's just got a vibe to it that it hits. I don't know what it is. It just hit me just very well. It resonated with me very well. It's that bass in it.
100% the 808s, yeah.
Yeah, it reminded me of something. I don't fucking know. It just reminded me of something that would come out like these days that's popping?
That's sick.
Word,
Well,
bro.
the link up with Prodi was just like, Prodi had been around probably about 8 months before I started, and I linked up with him at a music video shoot for a local artist named K Bliss, and I was just like, yo, this kid's crazy, like he's going places, you know what I mean? And then we started kicking it and shit. Like me and all my boys were kicking with him and his boys and shit, going to like parties and all this. And then Prodi, like I don't know if you ever listen to Prodi's music, but Prodi does like this very like fucking like new wave trap, like very melodic, like little baby type shit almost. And I wanted to be the one who got Prodi on like a fucking like a grunge song, you know what I mean?
Yeah, word.
Because that's my biggest thing. Like when I link up with an artist, like I'm not bending to their will. I want them to. I want when I feature artists, like I want them to be like out of their comfort zone with me. You know what I mean?
For sure, but still doing their thing to their
Exactly.
their delivery. Yeah.
Like my number one collaborator, like the artist I collaborate the most with is Double V. Like me and Double V collab on songs probably like every second month we're coming up with something new. Maybe even, like all the time. Like me and Double V are always working together. And
who's Double V to you?
Double V is like one of my closest friends. It's like the homie right there. Like me, Double V, Viconi, and a guy named Banzetti. Like we're all like that's a gang right there, bro. Like we just like a few weeks ago, like we kind of solidified it. We came out as like Flash Gang. You know what I mean? Like that's a title. That's a group.
Flash Gang. And that's going to be your September 30th debut of Down the Hall, right?
Yeah, Down the Hall is my very first music video, and it's featuring my homie.
Video. Yeah.
It's featuring my homie Northside Flip, and Northside Flip, like that's gang still. Like me and Flip, we go back almost not too long, like just over a year. But me and Flip, like that's bro right there. Like me and Flip are tight.
That's sick, man. So you got all these pretty deep connections. Do they come from like a hip hop origination, or was this just kind of like a mutual love that grew out of nowhere?
Me and Viconi, we went to high school together. Viconi is a year older than I am, and we didn't really like link up in high school too much. But we were still like, we knew of each other and shit. And I was like only really freestyling in high school, and Viconi was. I knew that Viconi was like trying to get into rap. And then as soon as I started, like I was coming towards graduation, I was like, man, I want to get into this music shit for real. And Viconi was kind of the one who was like, yo, like I got kind of this mic set up in my crib if you want to come check it out and shit. And that's like when I started like writing. It's when I linked up with him. So I mean, it was kind of like both ways where like we were homies, but it was like hip hop like really linked us together.
You know what I mean? You guys kind of bonded over time.
And then Double V, like I heard Double V like 2 years ago or something like that. And this guy's just always fucking spazzing out on a song, you know what I mean? This guy's always doing saying some wild ass shit. And so I met him. You know what's funny? Me and Double V, we were talking about this like a week ago. Because me and Double V, we cannot remember when the fuck we met. We have no idea.
Or when?
We have no idea when or where.
That's
where it happened,
hilarious.
But like, just like somewhere in the timeline of like events for the past like 2 years, me and Double V linked up. And, we did, and we just fucking ever since then it was just like fucking pure bangers ever since.
Just connected. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Just at one point you didn't know each other, and then suddenly you do know each other, and it just fucking flew off since then. That's crazy.
Yeah, and then Banzetti, that's bro too right there. He went to college with Viconi, and Viconi went to college before I did, and fucking they linked up, and Banzetti just recently started rapping, bro. Like Banzetti's only been in the game now for like seriously like 3 or 4 months, and he's doing his fucking thing, bro. So he's making big waves. So
word, bro. So you brought up college again. It's just to ask, what did you end up getting your diploma in college?
I wanted to.
Sorry, does it relate to your music as well? Even like kind of subconsciously.
Maybe subconsciously in some way, but I mean, like I was trying to go to college for I wanted to do like radio. I wanted to like learn how to like produce shit and like and like learn how to like be on the radio. And but like part of me was like maybe I can like learn how to like make music and put it on the radio, but it didn't really work out that way. So what I ended up doing,
I could see that overlapping in the long run, even in the short term. Like those skills that you gained there, probably useful.
Yeah, I mean to like a certain extent. I mean like what really became useful in college is that I would go to college like all day. I'd be in class all day. and we had studios in our building, and so but they were only really meant for making like radio shit.
Hey,
So,
okay.
but I mean, if you could find one that's open after school, you could just like go post up there, sign it out, and do your thing. So I would go to the studio after school, like in our building, and I'd just start making songs.
No way, dude. That's sick. Did you
Yeah,
get some solid vocal tracks out of it?
not really, because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing.
Oh, hey, it was just you doing it solo.
Yeah, so I would just go in there. I would open up like Adobe Audition. I hit like record on the mic, and then I just like start doing my thing. And then all of the songs, like none of the songs were good. None of them. I mean, like I think my writing was there. I think the beats were fire. It's just like I couldn't like mix it and master it. You know what I mean?
Oh, fair. No, you just couldn't make it all connect together.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, that really. So as soon as I started going to like MBF, Christian Ari, like it just like that's when shit really like took off. You know?
Yeah, and you started actually creating your sound and getting used to it.
Yeah, exactly. Because like I'm not gonna lie, like I was actually people used to tell me when I was making those songs in college that it was too much grunge.
Too much grunge. What does that mean?
It was way darker. It wasn't even like trap beats anymore. That shit was just like that wasn't trap grunge. That was just like pure like I was just saying whatever fucking
just going off.
I was just having fun. I was just having fun in there trying to like put something together. And I put together like a little project called Hostile. And it was sick, but I mean like to me it was sick, but to everybody else, they were like, yo, I can't even play this in my car speakers.
Just because the mixing. Who did the mixing for you?
Me.
You did it. How'd you learn?
I didn't. That's why it sucked.
Oh. Did you even like hit YouTube or something beforehand, or did you just like literally freehand it?
I like watched like some tutorials and shit, and I was like, okay, this is like what an EQ is and compression and shit. But then I just couldn't like make it like work. You know what I mean? So
for sure, man.
I fucked around with it for a minute, and I was like, man, I gotta go to like a studio because I don't have the patience for this. Like I'm a rapper. I'm not an engineer. You know what I mean?
Word, bro. So did you get choked at people's responses, or were you just kind of like, it is what it is?
At first I did. At first people would be like, yo, this is a cool song, but like I can't like understand what you're saying because like I go in there, I like turn the fucking volume of the beat all the way up. I'd fucking like it'd be like all distorted and shit, and my vocals would be distorted, and I'd be like, yo, this is so tough, and people would be like, yo, I can't even understand what the fuck you're saying. I'd be like, yo, you just don't get it.
I feel you on that. Yeah. Because because you were in a sense kind of aiming for that level of grunge, right?
Yeah, I was feeling myself on it. I thought it was sick.
Word,
and then
bro.
Yeah, nothing really happened with it. So
where if somebody looked, would they be able to find Hostile?
Nowhere. I removed that shit from everything. I only ever put it on SoundCloud. I put it on SoundCloud and I was like, let's see what happens with it. And then like all the songs like got reasonable views. Like I was getting like 300, 400 plays and shit. And I was like, man, this is sick. And then like, but then you like look at the comments, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And people were like
smack in the face every single time.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, man, fuck this.
That's whack. You gotta have it stored somewhere in the archives though, right? Just like out of curiosity.
Yeah, somewhere on my laptop I got a few songs still.
Hey.
There's some songs that will never see the light of day again. I haven't actually, funny enough, I had a music video. Vaconi did a music video for me because he's like behind the scenes with the camera. Vaconi's nuts.
Okay, all right.
So he got a crazy ass camera. I don't even know what it is. And
I was gonna ask, it's Vaconi Visions, right? Is it what it goes under?
Vision. That's a video plug right there. That's a video plug right there.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Anyway, so he did a little video for me for a song called oh my god, this is gonna kill me, yo. Oh my god, what the fuck did I call it?
Do you want me to run through? Oh, it's probably one that's off the record.
Oh yeah, it's deleted. But anyway, so I did this we did like a little one take music video. We just like drove around Edmonton for like 3 hours. Vaconi put it together, like he put it together in front of me, and I was like, yo, this is sick. And then I dropped it and everyone was like, this is cool, but I mean it's not like there. And I was like, y'all don't get it still.
Man.
But then I had to like then like there comes a time when you're a whack rapper that you realize that you're a whack rapper. You know what I mean?
That you just got to kind of step your game up and give people a bit
Exactly,
more what they
exactly.
want.
So because I was
Word, bro.
tired of telling people that they don't get it. You know what I mean?
I feel you because you got it for sure, right? Like you understood what you were trying to put down, but that's not the point.
Yeah, but even now I look back on it and I'm like I loved it at the time, but it's only because I was so new to it.
You still got love for it though, don't you?
Deep down, yeah. Deep down, like I still fuck with it. I still like I don't listen to the songs anymore.
Okay. Yeah.
Just because like I've progressed so much further than that.
Fair, I feel you.
So
well, hey, listen, we're gonna take that quick break I told you about and go off the record here.
Okay, word.
All right. And we're gonna take a listen to Yung Hoss Kotu's track called Trauma. Enjoy.
Hoss. MBF. Let's go. Yeah. Okay. Hey. Look. I got some trauma from fucked up events. Shouts on my mama, I love her to death. I made these dollars to pay up a rent. I had that white and no good intent. I love the trap and it don't make no sense. I had the ring and I took it out west. Just like Kawhi, man, I know I'm the best. I ain't gotta say what's already in your head. I got this trauma, we were too broke. I need that dollar, we only had hope. I had that box but no trust in my home. Pops on my ass, he thought I was on dope. I get a bag by the night it was blown. I buy a bag, no Louis, it was blow. I turned 17, my heart it went cold. How you lose all your friends on the road? I was down bad, I had no racks. Even my stash, man, all in the trash. I came from nada and man, that be facts. Even to this day, I don't know how to relax. Way back when we had knives in our packs. I was 14, my boy taught me mix stacks. He my OG, but he got hooked on that meth. But I still love him, man, I hope he come back. I got some trauma from fucked up events. Shouts on my mama, I love her to death. I made these dollars to pay up a rent. I had that white and no good intent. I love the trap and it don't make no sense. I had the ring and I took it out west. Just like Kawhi, man, I know I'm the best. I ain't gotta say what's already in your head. I've been on the road doing shows long time now. Counting up, showing money, shit is all mine now. If I die young, just know it's my time now. I'ma keep it real so you feel where I feel. I had to work in the trenches. I chose the trap, I was skipping no classes. My boy kept that blade for when threats turned to action. And I could get a strap when I need without question. Count my blessings, I ain't answer no questions. Feds almost had me, thank God for protection. Remember those days we were young, we were flexing. Never respecting an op who confessing. My mind it got older, turn weed to my aura. My boy off that soda, I ain't talking about cola. My heart it got colder, had friends turn to cobras. But now these bitches love me like I'm Sosa. I got some trauma from fucked up events. Shouts on my mama, I love her to death. I made these dollars to pay up a rent. I had that white and no good intent. I love the trap and it don't make no sense. I had the ring and I took it out west. Just like Kawhi, man, I know I'm the best. I ain't gotta say what's already in your head.
All right, everyone, we're back with Yung Hoss Kotu. What's up, bro?
Yo, how's it going, bro?
I'm chilling, man. Feeling good. So we left off, we were talking about 2019, and I actually wanted to take a step back. Maybe I should have asked you this in the beginning, but Yung Hoss Kotu, it's not your regular name. Can you talk a bit about how you got that, how you landed on that?
It's kind of funny. I mean, like, everyone like always call me Hoss because like I'm a bigger guy, so like I just feel like it was natural. Like I don't know. I heard it's from like a TV show from like the 60s or something, but I've just always been called Hoss, and people I can't remember who. Yo, it was Vaconi. Vaconi was the first person that called me Yung Hoss, because originally back in the day,
Young Hoss, yeah.
I went by the name KBM,
What did
which
that stand for?
King Big Mark.
King Big Merc. Oh, okay. And that's
Yeah.
a play to your first name.
Yeah. So KBM was the OG name from like, I was like 17, 18. And then, like 2 years ago, Vaconi just started calling me Hoss. Everyone else started calling me Hoss. Kotu kind of came about like a year ago because I wanted to start not like a label, but it's more like a movement where it's like there's just so much underground in the city that I wanted to make something that kind of represents that. So I called it Kings of the Underground.
Bro, that's sick.
Yeah, so I added the Kotu on the end of my name, and it just like now it just sticks in people's tongues, like Yung Hoss Kotu.
That's fucking awesome, dude. I don't know why I was hoping for it to be an acronym. I didn't even know I was hoping for it to be an acronym, but that's dope, man.
Yeah, so
Kings of the Underground. I love that.
yeah. So Kotu is just kind of like, it's like a little brand of mine, you know what I mean? I mean, it's kind of like a side thing. It's in my name, you know. I call it Kings of the Underground because I kind of feel like everyone is kind of like their own king, you know what I mean?
For sure.
Everyone's kind of like the fuck, I just totally lost train of thought. You got cut that.
I'll take over. No, it's all good. Is it kind of like we're all kings, so like in a sense, like everybody's royalty, we're all on the same tier.
Exactly.
We all deserve to be treated on that level.
Like I know a lot of artists that talk big about themselves and they got like kind of like
They
big heads on
say
their
they're
shoulders.
number one.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And it's like, so I only really vibe with people that that are like their own fucking, you know, like they got respect for everyone else, but they also got mad respect for themselves. And that's kind of like where I'm at. Like I respect the fuck out of myself, and I respect the fuck out of everyone around me. Everyone around me is a king in their own right.
Man,
you know what I mean?
Killer. So in a sense, that's your brand and that's your image and that's what you're trying to like you're trying to push. That's your goal.
Exactly. I just want to push like Flash Gang, Kotu, you know what I mean? Like I got mad youngins with me who are like trying to start out doing rap too, and I made like a little group of about 4 artists. It's called
That's Flash Gang?
No. That's Flash Gang is kind of separate. I have my own little group that's kind of like, we're putting together some stuff behind the scenes right now. It's called Infinity.
Okay.
And the reason I called it that is because I want to make something that's gonna stick around forever, you know what I mean? And so I just like enlisted these fucking like 18, 19-year-old kids who are trying to get into music, and I just told them like, yo, like come run with me. I'm gonna make sure you guys don't make the mistakes that I made when I was first starting out, because I'm 22. I've been serious about rap for about like a year, like over a year. And when I was first starting out, trying to like go and do like studios and other shit and trying to like fuck with music, I made a lot of mistakes, you know what I mean? I see a lot of like younger artists making the same mistakes that I made, and I just know how it like affected me mentally. And so I just like brought on I got Amvrillo.
Yeah.
Amvrillo is that's like my little Asian son. Like Amvrillo, he's one of the flyest rappers you'll ever hear. This guy's flow unreal.
I think that.
Unreal. We got Pato, who's RJ, sick guy. Yo, these guys, these kids, like they're the new wave, bro. They're the next wave in Edmonton, on God. And,
so are you trying to just be like exclusively a music mentor, or are you kind of being like a lifestyle type dude?
A little bit of both. I mean, like not all of them. Like it's just kind of like a situation where it's like they hit me up about anything and everything, you know.
I feel you.
I just feel like people can fucking not make the same mistakes that I made along the way. And
bro, you're a mentor. You're doing it right. That's amazing, man.
I try my best. Like I don't have fucking I am blown up or nothing like that, so I don't got answers to everything. But when I feel like I'm going in the right direction, I share it with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
dude.
when this shit really takes off, like everyone's gonna be on the wave. You know what I mean? So
I resonate with that very well, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Dude, that's the mission. And that kind of responds to your Kings of the Underground as well. You're kind of training that mentality into the younger folk, and then hopefully they pass that on, and then it's like a chain wave reaction, right?
Definitely.
That's the goal. That's amazing, man. So that's your goal with Infinity. Does Flash Gang have a reason behind the name?
Flash Gang is just like Flash Gang is like the close homies, you know what I mean? Like Flash Gang is the people that I'm coming up with right now that are like that's just like the gang, you know, that like that's not even just music, like that's roots right there.
Oh, I
like
feel
me and
you.
Double V, Vaconi, Banzetti, like that's the roots right there. Like when me and Vaconi were starting off together and we linked up with Double V, like, and Banzetti was always there, but Banzetti wasn't sure if he wanted to start yet. And when all four of us were linked up and everything, it was just like we all knew that we had something together, you know? So
that's wild, man. So when did you guys like kind of officiate that as your name and that as your like kind of what you're representing?
That was probably about 2-3 weeks ago.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, so it's kind of a recent thing.
Yeah.
It's a recent thing, but I mean, still like Flash Gang in essence was a thing for like 2 years. We just never had a name or like a title or anything like that because we just wanted. But everyone in the city who knows us knows that we're a unit. You know what I mean?
For sure.
We just never put no title on it. So
that's wild, man.
It's kind of time that we did that.
Yeah. So let's talk about some of your 2020 releases then, eh? Actually, maybe we missed a couple of singles from 2019. You dropped Say So, Playboy Bunny, and Down. What was your reason for dropping these as singles?
Originally I wanted them on the project, but I just couldn't get them done quick enough. So Say So is with an artist named Top 5 from Toronto, and that was the first single I dropped after Trap Grunge. And Top 5, like, he went crazy on the hook, and he hit me up and he was like, yo, I want to do some work. And I was like, let's get it, bro. So Top 5 sent me he sent me like a little hook and everything and a beat, and I was like, yo, this fire. And it took off, you know? Like Say So is like one of my biggest songs. Down is with an artist from Cleveland. His name is Tropo, and Tropo is crazy, bro. Like I came across that song because originally it was just like a little open verse, and I can't remember how I got my hands on it. I can't remember, but anyway, I had it, and I fucking hit up Tropo. And Tropo, he's a bigger artist in the States. Like, this guy's worked with like Lil Peep and shit like that. And I hit up Tropo. I hit him up in the DMs. I was like, yo, bro, like, I found this. I can't remember how. I was like, this is sick. Can I lay down a verse on this? And he was like, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, dude, that's wild.
So it was just kind of like a vibe thing. Like, me and Tropo aren't really friends like that or nothing, but he's a wavy guy, and like Down was a fucking sick song, and I was just like, yo, I want to do something on it. And he said, yo, go ahead. So I dropped that. Playboy Bunny. Playboy Bunny is like one of my favorite songs I've ever done.
I did that track too.
That's featuring Vaconi and my homie Solo XL. That's Gangdom right there too. He originally it was just like a song for me, and I had like 2 verses on it or whatever, but I wasn't really feeling my second verse. And one time me and Solo, we were just like back and forth shooting each other shit, and I showed him Playboy Bunny, and he was like, yo, bro, I snap on that song. And I was like, for real? I was like, you fuck with this? And he was like, yeah, bro, because me and Solo, like, we're in different categories, you know what I mean? Like, Solo is almost on his own fucking like Tupac shit. Like, he fucking like, I don't know if you know Solo XL, but he fucking like, he goes hard, you know what I mean? And so
I do know him, yeah.
So yeah, Solo XL did his thing on there, and I was like, sheesh. And then originally when I showed Vaconi the song, I was only spitting it. I didn't have a recorded version of it. And I showed him it, and he was like, bro, that's not it.
What do you mean?
He told me he didn't fuck with it. So I was like, that's all good. And then I recorded it. I showed it to him. He's like, okay, let me jump on that real quick. And I was like, say less.
And he gave it, what was the difference? He just had to hear it twice?
No, I think it was just like, I probably like just like spit it fucked up or something.
Fair. You just wasn't in the moment. All right. That's wild. All right. Then 2020 comes along, you drop 2 more tracks. I love that. I actually kind of really like that you always have a feature. Not always have a feature, sorry, but you tend to include the boys, man. It shows connections.
100%. It's just because
family, man.
Whenever I'm doing music, it's just like a link up thing. And like, I'm always like like I'm always trying to do songs with my boys, and I got way more solo shit on the way though, because like that's like the biggest thing is that like I made a song with just about everyone that I want to make a song with. You know what I mean?
Word. Yeah.
So right now, like I'm just really focusing on like putting out my solo content. Like I'm doing this video with Northside Flip, and then like right after that, I'm gonna hit him with another one that's like I ain't gonna say what it is yet. It's a little bit too early, but I'm gonna hit him with a crazy solo track, and
Yeah.
then
Nice, man. When can we expect that?
I want to say November. But everything is kind of still in the planning phase right now.
Nice.
So
All right.
trying to do a video every second month right now is what I'm on.
That is a wild level of content, man. How are you gonna pull that off though? Who's your main guy behind like video editing and directing and stuff?
That's Vaconi.
That's Vaconi.
Vaconi Vision.
And he's like, hell yeah, let's do two a month. Or sorry, it's not 2 a month. Sorry, one every 2 months.
I came to Vaconi with the idea. I was just like, yo, bro, like I really want to start pushing videos. And Vaconi's like, obviously me and Vaconi, like we go way back and we fuck with each other's music hard. And he was just like, yeah, let's get it, bro. So, you know, I pay him well and he does fucking dope work for me. You know what I mean?
That's wild, bro. I do know. Yeah. So do you guys just kind of make the time or do you schedule it in?
It depends. Like Down the Hall was supposed to be a 1-day shoot, but we ended up so we had to plan it in because he's a busy guy. He's got a lot of clients.
No doubt.
He works with a lot of people because like, yo, he's good at what he does, you know what I mean? So he's got to. But yeah, so we plan that shit in and we make it happen. We lock in with each other and like me and him always like I'll bring him my vision and he makes it happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's facts. So on May 31st, you released a 5-track album. Is it 5 tracks? No, it's 6 tracks. But it's 5 tracks. One's an intro track.
Yeah.
Your track title Death Wish. All your titles here are lowercase. It seems to be a statement in itself.
Yeah, I mean, like
there's a lot of emotion built into this project, bro.
For me, like I never really saw myself doing something like that, but I wanted to make a project that kind of like encapsulates like just raw emotion, you know what I mean? Like
it sounds like a lot of the stuff that's going on kind of behind the scenes or has gone on behind the scenes.
Definitely. I mean, it's just like I don't really consider myself like as we speak, and even when Death Wish was released, like I'm as far as fucking mental health goes, everything, I'm all good. But I mean, I had these songs and I had these things that I just like had to get off my chest. You know, I didn't put out Death Wish wanting it to be like this fucking big record that's gonna blow up and everything. I just wanted to put out something that's just like straight from the heart. You know what I mean? All my music's straight from the heart, but Death Wish is like digging like real deep, you know?
Oh, for sure, man. It's a total shift in style from your previous content, that's for sure. And you definitely laid it out in that sense where this is something that you wanted to put out.
Yeah, I just wanted to put everything on the table, you know what I mean? Like when it comes to me and my music, like I ain't hiding nothing from nobody, you know, like all my cards are on the table. Like
that's fucking dope. I feel you.
So everything's on the table, like, you know, fucking take me as you will, you know?
Word, bro. Let's start with the intro though to that, if you don't mind digging into it a little bit.
Yeah, of course.
I had to listen to that multiple times over because I've got kind of recently refreshed opinions, I guess, on the content of I guess this project as a whole. But where's this quote from? Do you know?
Before I disappear.
Before I disappear, yeah.
That is from one of my favorite movies of all time. So
I tried to find it, I couldn't. Before I Disappear
is a short film. Actually, no, it was originally a short film that was adapted into a real movie by a director named Sean Christensen. And that guy, like, I've never seen another movie by him, but when I saw that first movie, like, that shit resonated so hard with me just because, like, especially what the actor who's talking right there, that's Ron Perlman. I fucking love Ron Perlman.
Yeah.
And what he said there when he's like every day might as well be your last. I was like,
yeah.
That's how I felt for the longest time because like there was a long time where I was just like I don't know how to put this in a way that doesn't sound fucked up, but like I just didn't give a fuck.
Just fucking do it, dude. Yeah, no, I feel you.
I didn't give a fuck about nothing, like drugs, alcohol, whatever. I didn't give a fuck about nothing, bro. Like and everything. I was doing.
You're like maybe tomorrow won't happen in a sense.
Exactly, and like I didn't celebrate that or nothing like that, but I wasn't scared about it. You know what I mean?
It was just the reality of it.
Yeah, that's just kind of the reality of the place that we're from, and It's just like, and my mental state at the time and everything, I was just like, yeah, like if it happens, it happens, you know. So Death Wish is just about like it's just like life on the edge. Fucking, you don't give a fuck about nothing. A lot of shit's going on around you, and you got no control over it. And like, you know, it's just fucking, it's just raw take on life.
For real, I feel you. So from when did you first see that Before I Disappear, that short film, to when you put out Death Wish?
I saw it Before I Disappear. I would have been 17 the first time I saw that movie.
So a long time ago.
So about 5 years ago, yeah.
So so with this project, you're dabbling into feelings and emotions from that kind of time space.
Well, yeah, I mean, like it goes back a while, you know, like it goes back a long time. So everything in that project is just like, from stuff as close as like 6 months before that project was released to stuff as far back as like 5 years. Yeah, facts.
Word, man, that's crazy.
So, I had a lot more songs for that project too, but like I said, I keep shit short and concise, and I just want, like, you know.
I feel you. So not necessarily in the context of being in like a healthy mental space, but more so in the context of what you were talking about with like knowing that death can come at any moment. How's your relationship with death kind of changed from what you were talking about experiencing before, or I guess that you were trying to resonate in this project here?
Right now, like, ever since I started doing the music shit for real, I have a lot more on the line that I can gain or lose, you know what I mean?
Word.
So I feel like back then, my whole thing was like, you know, best way to put it is like, I feel like I have a lot more going on in my life now that like makes me not want to live that way anymore. You know what I mean?
Oh, so it's totally kind of shifted even the way that you do your day to day.
Definitely, because like there's days like depression and shit, like anxiety. You don't even want to get the fuck out of bed, bro.
I feel you.
Like you just, and like most days, like you gotta find like a reason to get up. You know what I mean? And there was like a long time where it's like I didn't have no reason. I have no, you know what I mean? I was just trying to do my thing.
I feel you on that, man.
But yeah, so that's kind of where that came from. But yeah.
So like you're saying, kind of music kind of drove you out of that space. Do you find that when you get like feelings like you were just saying, you sometimes find it hard to get out of bed and shit? Do you find like music pulls you out of bed? Because to be honest, I find kind of sometimes the opposite, where I feel like obligated to work on music or obligated to work on shit, but then I just like don't want to, you know?
It's definitely an obligation, because it's like it's definitely an obligation because like I owe it to myself, because I've invested so much into this that it has to happen, and it's just like there's no other choice. Like
So you essentially don't got time for that anymore.
I don't. Yeah, like here's Tyler, the Creator. I don't listen to much of his music, but this guy has a great lyric where he's like, "I cashed my first check and said fuck depression," and that's kind of like I heard that one lyric and I was like, man, I'm kind of on the same wave where it's like I ain't depressed no more or nothing like that, but I fucking as soon as I had records in the vault that I knew were gonna go places, I was like, I don't have no time to be on no fuck shit anymore. Like I gotta wake the fuck up. You know what I mean?
Bro, I do know what you mean. I'm shaking. It's amazing.
That's exactly like how it went down. You know, it's just like I just had to fucking just get the fuck up and get the fuck out. And that's like when I started like going out to these shows and trying to link up with people. And like I was meeting Core, I'm at Double V, I'm at everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I got my shows and shit. And then like on the sidelines, of course, there's always like not at this point, like I don't have nobody in my life that's trying to fuck me up right now. I eliminated all that bullshit.
You got rid of all the negativity. Is that kind of what Death Wish is about as well? Because I know you talk about losing a lot of people, and I know the circumstances are all different in it, but you want to elaborate on that a little?
Yeah, I mean, like I've lost people either to like them dying or like lost friends because like you let certain businesses that you're involved in get in the way, or you lose friends just because like people change, and that has a lot to do with it. I mean, like definitely. it just comes down to like, you know, you just it's so hard to like put it into words, because I feel like emotions are just like their own thing, you know, like they can't even, like writing that whole project was super fucking difficult because I had to get everything right on it, you know what I mean?
For sure.
So the best way to put it is that, like, sorry, can you repeat the question one more time?
I don't even remember the direct question. We went into a couple ones after that.
Okay, well, basically, I'll cap it all by saying, like,
for sure.
Death Wish is a collection of emotions that are long-standing, that I have for a minute, that I don't feel no more. But as soon as I made that record, I got rid of that shit. You know what I mean? It was a venting thing, and it was just about loss, losing like the will to live, fucking up, getting fucked up, and my view on the world at the time. So obviously a lot of things have changed, but I mean, my whole goal with that record is just like, I want people to look at my mistakes and learn from them. You know, that's my biggest thing, is like, I've made so many fucking mistakes along the way that, like, that's why I rap. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like people can take from my music and be like, okay, like, I won't make the same mistakes that he did, you know?
Yeah, it comes from a really, really good place, and I feel like people will be able to sense that. Especially, you say you got a lot of solo projects coming up, right?
Definitely.
You got a lot of things down the line. We're actually running into overtime here, so if you want to elaborate on some of the quick key points that you're working on.
Yeah, 100%. So I am working on a joint project right now with my homie Young Bear. And man, we did some fucking stellar shit on that project. Me and Young Bear, like, that's a big link up right there.
How many tracks?
We got 5 songs.
Sick. And any other features?
No, just me and Bear.
That's wild.
Me and Double V, we're working on something big as well. We got a lot in the vault. We got a lot in the vault that we're about to put out for people.
Man, I can tell. That's crazy.
All in all, I probably got about 20 songs in the vault right now, and I'm trying to be doing mad videos. So you can expect a lot more from me. You're gonna be hearing my name a lot.
That's word, bro. I'm looking forward to it. So, what would you say is your main, like, day-to-day hustle? Like, what are you looking to crush through every single day?
What I'm trying to do every single day: get my money right, number one. Work on whatever the fuck I need to work on that day, whether it be music, whether it be in my own life.
Also, you got balance.
Definitely. That's like number one point, bro. Like, you always gotta have that balance in your life. I mean, like, music is everything to me, but at the same time, it's also like, I got other shit going on too, you know what I mean?
That's word, bro. We're gonna kick it off right here, and we'll end it with a track by you. But is there anything you want to sign off on or say to anybody who's listening, just kind of as the last point? Really your call.
Fuck yeah. I mean, like, the best way to end this is just to say, like, don't let your emotions get the best of you. Stay on your grind, stay hustling, make money, make moves, and get the fuck out the trap.
That's word right there. Thank you so much, Yung Hoss Kotu. I appreciate you so much for joining me today.
Thank you, bro, for having me. Much love.
Much love, brother. All right, take care, homie.
Yeah, you as well, bro.
Peace.
I hope y'all enjoyed that interview with Yung Hoss Kotu. If you want to learn a little bit more on him, head on down to www.reevolvemedia.com/Yung Hoss Kotu. That's YUNGHOSSKOTU. And we are going to listen to his track Down the Hall featuring Northside Flip. I hope you enjoy it and take care.
Hey. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I gotta make a car. I can make some money down the hall. Couple heads in my hood wanna hear there's some shit that'll take them off the bar, yeah. I gotta make a car. I can make some money down the hall. Couple heads in my hood wanna hear there's some shit that'll take them off the bar, yeah. I gotta check my phone. Still got ops on the road, yeah. They try to leech man's soul, but I can never be working for another man. Go new bitch, same night, same bitch, want it twice. Gotta make it drop, put it down on some ice. My brother hit my line with a drop, can't deny. I'ma never waste it, so I never seen time. I turn my ops to believers. They buying my vision, they buying my features. My demons still breathing, my brothers stay washing. Get through to the cleaners, you best not be talking. That boy had a seizure the way he was flopping. Follow the leader, they get right to marching. Think we receivers the way that we caught him. Think that we teachers the way that we taught him. Hoss. Yeah. I gotta make a car. I can make some money down the hall. Couple heads in my hood wanna hit us some shit that'll take them off the ball, yeah. I gotta make a car. I can make some money down the hall. Couple heads in my hood wanna hit us some shit that'll take them off the ball, yeah.
Wanna see me clear a room? Wanna see me pull up with a couple goons with the tools, and we bustin' out the board like we rapping with no rules. Picking back, being boom, nah, they don't want no truth. Gotta hit them with the facts. If they ain't hearing that, then I pull up and I hit them with the back. Gotta hit them with the Mac. When I came up in the scene, they were shook. Rather be a fucking body in the grave than a page in my book. Got the verse in the hood. I'm the person that they look at when there's dirt in the hood. I'm the worst and that's good. Round bursts that I push from the Glock. Got the neighbors down the hall calling cops. I see. Bros down the hall live across and they pulling out the Glocks. They don't hesitate to pop. Hopping at the spot, slinging rock, making wasp with the squad. Like how you making guap?
I gotta make a car. I can make some money down the hall. Couple heads in my hood wanna hit us some shit that'll take them off the ball, yeah. I gotta make a car. I can make some money down the hall. Couple heads in my hood wanna hit us some shit that'll take them off the ball, yeah.